We are delighted to have Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi, Rekha Gupta ji. Ma'am, thank you so much for coming and blessing this moment. We're going to talk another 10 minutes and why are we here, what are we going to talk about, and what this One Mission program is all about. So we want to first start with acknowledging that this era, this moment is of India. You know, whenever you go around the world and you see what's happening across the world and what's happening in our country, it's very promising. Now, all the development we're going to talk about, what we also know is this development would need a lot of energy. And that's why what we say is, while it's a moment of India, it's also the energy moment of India. Why I'm saying this, because whatever we need to build in the next visible 5 to 7 years of cycle, we would need almost energy, which is what Germany uses in its whole country. That's level of energy we're going to talk about. We would double, triple our manufacturing bases in the next 5 years. We're going to talk about using this, but we have also responsibly committed that we want to develop sustainability. We want to do it smartly. We have already committed our 2070 sustainable goals for the country. How do we achieve our net zero goals? So while this we have done, why in Delhi? Because Delhi happens to be one of the cities where the capital is. We have also powered a lot of projects through the technology in the country. Our largest metro network in the world, in the country, is powered by Schneider, and of course is one of the biggest network here in the country. We have an airport which is the largest setup, 5th busiest in Asia Pacific, and we also, Delhi as an NCR houses one of the largest corporates and GCCs in the country. Now, why is it important to talk about it? Because what we have to build in the country will be a challenge both for supply and the demand. And what we know is while we will double all this, the 2x of the energy we've been talking about, we're talking about per capita consumption, which is going up. We're still way behind from the energy consumption from the global perspective, but we are improving a lot. These data center की बात कर रहे हैं इंडिया में कि how data center will come in the country. We're talking about building 4 times the data centers we have built in the last 10 years in the next 3 to 5 years. All this will need energy. But एक छोटी सी problem है, and that's what we're going to talk about little later. ये सारी बातें अच्छी हैं until we don't use them smartly. Because अगर हम ये carbon emission का diagram देखें, we're talking about this 60 gigatons of carbon emissions, greenhouse emissions happening in the society around the world. And अगर हम इस growth को balance नहीं करें with the energy efficiency, we're gonna actually build the future, but by compromising a lot with our future generations will probably not will actually blame us for what we have done to them or to the society we're gonna leave behind us. So the whole story is, जो भी हम एनर्जी एफिशिएंसी की बात करें, सस्टेनेबिलिटी की बात करें, ग्रोथ की बात करें, वो उस फंडामेंटल पे बने कि वो फ्यूचर को कॉम्प्रोमाइज ना करे. और इसकी जब हम डिटेलिंग करते हैं तो हमने कहा 60 गीगावाट टन इज अ ग्लोबल एमिशंस. उसके अंदर दिस इज नेचुरल वी ब्रीथ, सो दिस यू हैव टू डू इट. बट जो हम, आप और मैं contribute करते हैं in building, in the way we use our planet, our resources, 60% of that is because of us. And that 60% gets divided between the way we build energy and the way we use energy. So the whole story today is, how do we grow the country, how do we grow ourselves, how do we keep growing the entire ecosystem, but not compromising the tomorrow. And that's what we're going to talk as we progress into the next few slides. We can do it is the other point I want to build. Today, technologies are available. If you got time to see some of the technologies which are on display at the back, and these technologies can make homes not only consumer but producers. So a smart home today is not only an energy consumer but actually energy producer. We call it prosumer. The homes are prosumer today. We're talking about data centers because the moment you use a chat GPT, I'm sure you must be using chat GPT or Gemini. If you do a normal Google search and you do a chat GPT search, the amount of energy you have used in less than 1 minute is 10 times more than you would have used on cloud. So a GPU-driven data center uses 10 times more energy. So imagine if your data center was running on 100 megawatts as a feed, or 10 megawatt or 1 megawatt, you've actually made that multiplied by 10. Because the amount of data it processes needs a lot of energy. So the data centers will become more smarter. How do we build them tomorrow? Our industries, which is also a very strong consumption of our energy, how do we decarbonize them? How our infrastructure, the airports, the hotels, the railways, how do we decarbonize? And the entire story builds on 3 principles. And this is applicable to any company, any society, any human. हर आदमी ये कर सकता है, which is about पहले आप उसको इलेक्ट्रीफाई करें, ऑटोमेट करें और उसको डिजिटाइज करें. अगर हम ये 3 चीजें कर लें किसी भी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में, we can actually have a better control of our society. Why we talk about Schneider? This is something which is embedded in us for ages. हम काफी सालों से इस पे काम कर रहे हैं. We have been recognized as the most sustainable company in the world multiple times by corporate nights. Recently, by Time Statistica for consecutive 2 years at the World Economic Forum, and we digitize industry, businesses, and homes while doing this technology. What we dream is to have a city, have a world like this, where intelligence is actually driven by energy. Now, this is another point. We talk about artificial intelligence, which needs energy intelligence. Energy intelligence feeds AI intelligence, and AI will feed back the energy intelligence. So it's like that circle which actually goes around. So if we can build society, ecosystem, cities, infrastructure, which have these elements of multiple technologies, be it creating the energy smartly, be it distributing the energy through microgrids, and then powering the industries and homes smartly, is what we can achieve through these technologies. While these technologies are adapting, we believe that this is the moment where India intelligent energy management, intelligent energy usage will reduce the challenge we have. And why we need this, why India को क्यों करना चाहिए is also important. हमने समझा प्रॉब्लम है, हमें पता है हम ग्रो करेंगे तो प्रॉब्लम और आएगी, टेक्नोलॉजी अवेलेबल हम डिप्लॉय कर लेते हैं, बट ज़रूरत क्यों है? अगेन आई कम बैक, क्योंकि हमने इतना कुछ अभी इंडिया में बनाना है, और अगर हम इसको ठीक से नहीं बनाएंगे, सो वी मे लैंड अप इन दोज चैलेंजेस व्हिच आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट अर्लियर. इसका सॉल्यूशन क्या है? वी कैन डू इंडस्ट्रीज. ये हमारी खुद की फैक्ट्री है हैदराबाद में, विच हैज बीन रिकॉग्नाइज्ड एज वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम मोस्ट सस्टेनेबल फैक्ट्री. तो फैक्ट्रीज को डिजिटाइज करके आपकी प्रोडक्शन डबल हो जाती है, एनर्जी बिल 60% कम है. ये सारा डेटा ऑडिटेबल है. यू कैन गो एंड सी फ्रॉम द रिपोर्ट्स ऑफ वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम एंड दीज आर प्रेजेंटेबल. सिमिलरली वी कैन डिजिटाइज आवर होम्स. घर में सिर्फ होम ऑटोमेशन की बात नहीं कर रहे, हम एनर्जी मैनेजमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं. आपके पास अगर डैशबोर्ड पे ये आ जाए, आपके कौन सा घर पे आपकी मदर, आपके सिस्टर, आपका बच्चे कौन सा गीजर ऑन छोड़ देता है, कौन आपका एसी बंद नहीं करता है, कौन से कमरे में कितनी बिजली ज़्यादा चल रही है, दैट्स वेयर द मेजरमेंट एंड saving comes as a part of our wiser program. That's again a tool which is available. And we are really proud to launch this one mission unit. And I want to emphasize why this one unit is important. Because देखने में, सुनने में बहुत छोटा लगता है. क्या यार इतना बड़ा प्रोग्राम करके तुम 1 यूनिट बिजली बचाने की बात कर रहे हो? मतलब सीरियसली, लेट मी टेल यू व्हाई इज इट सीरियस. लेट्स डू अ स्मॉल गेम. इंडिया के अंदर 350 मिलियन होम्स हैं. अगेन दीज आर मैथ. Let's say these are only 90% accurate data because we have used the reliable resources, but it's not about the real data. Let's say they are only 90% accurate. What if I say 1 power in each home? Any idea what will it mean? I'll help you. We're talking about 128 billion of units. Little bit technical, थोड़ा और simplify करते हैं. इसका मतलब energy emission के हिसाब से it's 91 million tons of CO2 savings or carbon emission saving. Still little complicated, थोड़ा सा और आसान करते हैं. This is equivalent to, 1 साल की बात कर रहे हैं हम, 6 billion trees planted in India. This is equivalent to 51 million cars off the road. This means 6.4 billion rupees of cash saved. That is the power of 1 unit. मैं कहता हूं हम 1 को अगर 2 कर लेते हैं, these numbers are divided by 2. So that's what we are trying to achieve today. टेक्नोलॉजी इंडिया बनता रहेगा, हम बनाते रहेंगे, हम एनर्जी डालते रहेंगे, हम एक्सपैंड करते रहेंगे. सिर्फ एक छोटी सी जो कोशिश हम करना चाहते हैं आज, क्या हम उसको रिस्पॉन्सिबली करें ताकि आने वाली जनरेशन्स को जो हम ग्रोथ और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर छोड़ के जाएं, हम साथ साथ में सेविंग्स भी छोड़ के जाएं. एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी वांट टू टॉक अबाउट. वी वांट यू टू कम एंड जॉइन द मिशन एंड बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ दैट 1 unit मिशन बाय टेकिंग अ प्लेज. That this pledge of taking 1 unit becomes India moving from a consumption to a very intelligent energy country for making our world of tomorrow or growth of tomorrow. So that was my message and introduction, Honorable Chief Minister Ji and our lovely audience. Thank you so much for giving me that opportunity.